Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's good, you too? Ain't need to break your eardrums like that. But you already know, it's your boy, SMTD Drizzy here. And we doing another Speculation Sunday. And shout out to y'all, bro. 130 or 132 the last time I checked on them MK11 DLC speculation. Shout out to y'all. Let me give y'all a round of applause. Attaboy. I was not expecting that. Now, I haven't decided if I'm gonna put clips in here, cause the last one got copyright. It the fuck now. Well, not really. It didn't get copyright strike, but it got copyrighted 19 times. So I don't know if I'm gonna put clips in here. Probably not. I'm just gonna talk about them, cause I know most of these guys. Of course, with the #1 pick, you gotta get the #1 dude, Zion Williamson. Now I want to talk about this. I expect that the Pelicans will trade AD. If they don't trade AD, I will be surprised. Highly surprised. With the simple fact of Anthony Davis doesn't even want to be there anymore. Like, Anthony Davis really does not want to be there. So they can get a nice trade for a good side piece to Zion, a young side piece, if they trade away AD. Now here's the thing that everyone thinks they're gonna do. They think they're gonna trade them to the Knicks and try to get RJ Barrett. They think they're gonna trade him to the Knicks to try to get RJ Barrett. I can see that, but at the same time, I don't see that. They need a star for him. They're not gonna go for a rookie like that. But with the second pick, got the Memphis Grizzlies, which this one might be a little bit of a shocker. I mean, yeah, I could see them taking anyone else, but if it doesn't go Zion, Ja Morant, RJ Barrett, this draft is about like the NFL draft with Daniel Jones going 6th. So I'm sorry, but like, Ja Morant's got to go here. And also, I got another reason why. The man is a hooper, right? He's a hooper. I mean, what else can you say about him? But basically, he carried his team. I mean, his team was useless. But that's not the point I'm talking about. Mike Conley, if y'all didn't know, is like 38, 36, 37, somewhere around there. He's getting old. So what they're going to do is they're going to start Mike Conley, and they're going to have him mentor Ja. And then Ja's going to become a beast playing behind him. He's going to take a couple years of mentoring. And now, with the third pick, like I already said, we got the Knicks taking my boy RJ Barrett. Man is 6'7", bro. He was Zion's dime piece, bro. They work together too well. But on his own, I feel like he's a great talent piece for the Knicks, and he'll work well with Kevin Knox. They'll work really well together. They'll mesh together. It's not gonna be like him and Zion, but it's gonna be close. Now with this pick, with the Lakers picking, which by the way, this draft lottery was rigged as shit. I'm just saying. I got them taking Darius Garland. He's a nice shooter. He's a great shooter. I mean, that's what he does. He's a good ball handler too. Now, and they're like, oh, Lonzo's coming back. Lonzo is 6'7". I want y'all to take that in a note. Lonzo is 6'7". If you put him at 2, he's still gonna be useful. So what you do is that's exactly what you do, is you put him at 2 and make him useful in his with his height. Cause right now y'all ain't you right now the Lake Show, whenever he played, they was utilizing his height and his ball handling. But here's another thing. A lot of teams put shorter guys like Lou Will as shooting guard if they got a jumper. So they might draft him and then put him at 2 because of his jumper, because he's got a straight stroke. Now, with this pick, we got the Cavs selecting a nice little talent piece, which is DeAndre Hunter. The man can do pretty much everything you want on offense. I mean, he can get to the rack. He's got a nice jumper. His jumper's always on. He's great on offense, and he'll give you some work ethic on defense. Of course, I mean, anybody who's trying to get drafted, anyone who's trying to make it in the league is gonna give you that factor. He's just gonna be nice. So it's great. As great as we want the Knicks to be good, I still don't see them being good next year. But they definitely gonna have a nice little piece if they draft DeAndre Hunter, which I'm not even gonna lie to you. Before I decided to do this mock draft, I ain't know who DeAndre Hunter even was. Not gonna lie to you. Now the Suns, which I just want to talk about them for a minute. They were the biggest bust in my opinion. I thought they were actually going to be good, but they was not good. I don't understand how their team is so bad, yet they have Devin Booker. Now, with that being said, I know this player is listed as a shooting guard. I still have them picking him. Jarrett Culver. I honestly think this is kind of a sus pick. Not gonna lie to you, it's a not highly likely pick, but because of the fact that Devin Booker is also 6'7", they could run one of the 2 biggest 1-2 games. Cause Devin could easily play point guard if you truly wanted to. Like, they could easily move him to point guard because of his ball handling ability, right? But what I really think they're gonna do is they're gonna put Jarrett at, I hope I'm saying his name right, Jarrett at 3, because of his size, not his height, his speed, and I mean he can shoot, but I mean he can. He is knocked down, but like, really, to be honest, his best part of his game is his driving ability, which will really help this team out, because if they can get a good, I guess what they really need is a good pick and roll game, which in order to have a pick and roll game, you got to have a good driving, good driver, or like a good person who can drive to the hoop. Which, in order for that, this will also give off some steam off of Devin's back, because it's basically just all Devin, double team Devin, double team Devin, double team Devin. And if you truly wanted to, you could put Jarrett at point guard and then make him run the offense. Even though he is 6'7", that's tall for a point guard. In my opinion, I don't know. I just don't think that's honestly the right move to put a really tall point guard. I just don't like that. I don't know. I know, like, Magic Johnson was good and all. I feel like that's basically kind of cheating. I think it's broken. But on to the next pick. We got the Afro Man himself, Kobe White, the Tar Heel. Now, my uncle actually freaking loves this dude. Well, he is a Tar Heels fan, so it's understandable. Knockdown shooter. A knockdown shooter. He can do anything you want on offense. He can do it. Anything that you want him to do on offense, he'll get it done for you. He can drive. He can get the ball to an open teammate. He can run the ball in transition. He can pass. He can shoot. Yeah, ain't much he can't do, really. And with that being said, the Cavs need somebody who could do everything. No offense to the Cavs, but y'all need help. Y'all ain't doing too much. Y'all really not doing too much. Now, with the Atlanta Hawks up, boop, 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 boop. Give them a nice, not even role player, a nice hooper in Cam Reddish. Oh yeah, y'all know he from Duke, so you know he gonna be a hooper. Lock down, man. That man can lock a boy down, and he can shoot. He got a nice stroke. He can handle the ball. He's also 6'8". I want you to know that he's 6'8". Okay, so he can run the 2 or the 3. Boom. Now, with that being said, the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young did his thing. He did his thing. He was hooping. But Trae Young, you can't do everything by yourself. So he's gonna need more pieces. And then what's his name? John Collins. He started hooping towards the end of the year. Well, not hooping, but yeah, kind of hooping. He started balling at the end of the year. Let's say that. And I feel like if they got one more piece, they might not be a playoff contender, but they might be a playoff team. And with that being said, we are on to the Wizards pick, which the Wizards, it's so hard to draft for the Wizards right now because of the fact that I don't want to like drown on the fact that the reason why they did so bad or they did so good is because of John Wall's season-crushing injury. But we have them taking not necessarily little, but Sekou Doumbouya, which, by the way, is another player I didn't know existed because of the name. 6'9" from France. He should play power forward. Just definitely not small forward. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no way that he's gonna play power forward. I mean, he is athletic. He can bounce out the gym. And he's coming from a pro league in France, so you know he's gonna get drafted high because of the fact that Luka Doncic played in the European leagues, and everyone saw how good he did. So everyone's gonna take another risk in drafting another one of these. But he's quick, he's fast, he can run in transition. Basically, he's a piece that really any team should be happy having. And I feel like the Wizards, with the fact that he is 6'9" and can run small forward, and them losing Otto Porter to the Suns last year, I feel like it'd be a smart pickup for them to get a person who could run the 3 or the 4. Because that's basically what Otto Porter did for them. And not only that, he can stroke the tray ball if he needs to. And now with the Hawks, next pick, which I didn't even know they had 2 picks. Hold on, gotta look at my notes. We have them taking Jackson Hayes. Please 7-foot center. Come on now. Any team should want him. Well, technically he's listed as 6'11", but you know, athletic as hell. I mean, I don't even think there's a big man in this draft class that's not athletic as fuck. Like Bobo, all of them, they athletic as hell, man. This is a beauty. This would be a beauty with Trae Young's passing ability. Actual beauty. Cause the man is great at catching lobs. He's like the offensive version of AD, Anthony Davis, if y'all. And the Knicks might, or not the Knicks, the Suns might also want to draft Jackson because he's a really good role man. But if not, bro, the Hawks take this man. Because Trae Young's pick and roll game will go through the freaking roof. Like, touchdown. Like, oh my. It's going to be scary. The Hawks will definitely be a good playoff contender team if they take Jackson. Because of the fact that Trae Young, like I said, needs more pieces to work with. And if he gets some more pieces, he's going to be scary. Alrighty. I had to take a little break to do a little bit more research. Oh, Jalen Hands in the draft. That's my dog, bro. That's my dog. I met him in person. I met Jalen Hands in person. My bad. Let's get back to the draft. We got the Timberwolves selecting a guard. We could have had them select, like, they might select Nasir Little, Hachimura. Not gonna try to say that name again. Somebody like Brandon Clark. Anybody that can really shoot. Now, the person we're going with is gonna surprise a lot of people because he didn't really shoot too good. But the man is just an effortless scorer. He doesn't even have to try to score. And sometimes he'll just not try. Like, he won't give any effort. Which honestly screws him over because of which actually dropped his overall in the draft. Because if he'd actually like put 100% effort, there's no doubt in my mind that he'd be #1 pick. In my opinion. Now we're gonna go right to center because they don't need nobody else but a center. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I live in Charlotte. I want them to draft Taco Fall, but who I think they're going to draft is Bol Bol. But I'm going to give, in my prediction, Taco Fall. 7'7", 8'2", or what? 8'2" wingspan, 10'2" standing reach? Bro. Pause. My man is finna break 2K19. I mean, not 2K19, 2K20. My man's is actually finna break 2K20. Whatever team drafts him, you pull up. I'm playing now online with that motherfucker on tier 1, tier 2. I wish you would. We fighting. Now, this hurts me because, as y'all know, I'm a Miami Heat fan. It hurts me in my soul to think about how bad we are sometimes. But the reason why I ain't give them Rui is because without a doubt we're probably gonna take Rui, even though we should take Nasir. Because Nasir, in my opinion, is better than Rui Hachimura. I hope I'm saying his name right. Almost guarantee I'm not saying his name right. Not to say like he's bad or anything, but like I don't know. I just never liked Gonzaga players from Gonzaga. I don't know. That's just not me. But this is the truth. Being said though, that Miami will probably draft him just because of the fact that he's a physical guy. He's very versatile in the front court, and we freaking die over that. And I think with that being said, with the simple fact that Justice Winslow plays small forward for us right now, if we draft him, we can move him down to shooting, or move him up to shooting guard, and that'll take some heat off of him. Now, this one, I honestly, with the simple fact of the Boston Celtics being who they are, the problem is I don't fucking know who they gonna draft. I could see them drafting Kerwin Roach, or like any one of these guards, because Kyrie might be leaving. But if they're betting on Kyrie staying, they will not draft a guard. Hear me out. If they think Kyrie is going to stay, they're not going to draft a guard. But I don't think they're going to think he's going to stay. In my opinion, I really don't think he's going to stay. That's my problem, is I think he's gone. So if he stays, okay, if he stays, they're taking Bol Bol without a question in my mind. If he doesn't stay, which is what I expect more often than not, I expect him to leave. But the thing is do they expect him to leave? Which I think they do. And if he does leave, they're going to take Nickeil Alexander-Walker just to fill in the guard situation. With that being said, it's going to be him. If he leaves, it's going to be him and Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. The team's still pretty scary, not going to lie to you. But what he adds to the team is basically exactly what Kyrie is taking from the team. A nice, pretty much just a nice scorer. I mean, yeah, he's not going to be as experienced as Kyrie, but once he gets there, boom, beautiful. It's going to be like they never lost him in the first place. Well, he doesn't have the good playmaking, as good of playmaking, but I'm not saying he doesn't have playmaking at all. Which I feel like this one's more of a safety pick for the Celtics, because they got 2 more picks. This is definitely a safety pick, in my opinion. This is when they'll draft a highly rated guard. They'll draft a highly rated guard here in order to allow them to feel a little bit safe, because right now they don't feel too safe. Now, I'm kind of like feel like this draft is going a little bit south because Nasir Little hasn't been drafted yet. But I'm gonna fix that with him going to Detroit. I actually don't know. Hold on. I don't. Hold on. Let me check my notes. Make sure I ain't messing nothing up. Actually, I had them taking Keldon Johnson. I thought I had them taking thought I had them taking Nasir Little. But it turns out I had the next pick taking Nasir Little, which, you know, doesn't mean very much. Now, with that being said, They're taking a guard here, in my opinion, just because of the fact that Ish Smith, really? Ish Smith? Who actually cares about Ish Smith? Now, this pick right here, ooh, y'all don't hear that. We're gonna run that back, Turbo. This pick, we're gonna run it back one more time, Turbo. Alright. Now, this pick right here. This pick right here, I don't see, I see this being a really good pick because of the fact that, Keldon can ball. I mean, it seems like everyone in this draft class can shoot. Everyone's lights out for some reason. But he's got nice athleticism, can run in transition, can play D, which is what you want. And with the simple fact of him being so athletic, we could make another Lob City in Detroit. Shit. Except they ain't gonna be lobbing bodies, they gonna be taking bodies. That being said, we on Orlando. And like I had already said, I had Orlando taking Nasir Little, which there's no way he falls this low. Like I said in my NFL draft, I'm not necessarily going for peak perfection. I'm honestly just going for, like, let's say, NBA, I know a little bit more than NFL, so I'm going to go with, like, 10, right? I should get about 10, right? Now, we got them taking Nasir Little, the 6'6" small forward out of North Carolina. Oh, my God. I could easily see them taking Bobo. You want to know why? Because it's the Magic. The Magic takes centers every freaking year, it seems like. I could easily see them taking Bobo just to like boost their height. Now, Nasir, he's a good shooter. They need one of those. Then they got, what is his name? I don't even remember his freaking name. Shoot. Hold on. It's some, damn it. Dang. Yeah, no, I completely Aaron Gordon, there we go. Can't believe I actually forgot his name. They got him running power forward right now. With, Mohamed Mobamba at center. I don't think he starts. I think it's Nikolai Yushevich is starting, but he's old. So Mobamba will eventually start. Their team will be scary tall. Like, actually terrifyingly tall, right? It's getting kind of freaky over there. Now, with the Nets up, which I am so proud of the Nets, I'm going to be 100 with you. Oh, ow. Oh, that hurt. Ow, no, that was not fun. With that being said, I see them taking, hold on, let me make sure, let me go check my notes. I just gotta be sure now, because I don't know if I'm messing anything up. Okay, I was right. I see them taking Brandon Clark E. I hate that. His name is Clark, but the E makes me want to call him Clarky. I see them taking a power forward, not necessarily this power forward. It could be any power forward, in my opinion. The simple fact that either A, they're gonna start him over Jared Dudley, or B, they're gonna sit him under Jared Dudley and have him learn off of Jared Dudley. Hopefully they don't give him the same attitude as Jared Dudley. He's 6'9" from Gonzaga. That's some height. And then they got Jared Allen playing center. Both are defensive studs. He's got great vision. He can find the open man. But Brandon definitely makes his name known playing defense. He locked down Duke. Now, I read a story today, literally today, about this man talking about how he was a D2 or something like that. He went D2 and then he tore up divisional and then he transferred to Gonzaga and then played with them. That's a great underdog story, but man, oh man, he locks everyone down, man. I'd hate to play against him. I'm not going to ISO him. I would not, bro. He's too freaking good at playing defense. You know, he's good in the post and all that. I'm not just nutting on his offense. I'm nutting about his offense, but like, yeah, nah, he's a good player. It'd be a great pick for them. Now, the Indiana Pacers. Following Oladipo's bad injury, same with the Wizards. It's kind of hard to draft for them because their guard was out most of the year. Now, I do know that they still have Miles Turner, but hear me out. They're gonna get Bol Bol. Either Bol Bol's gonna get drafted by the Hornets, or Taco Fall's gonna get drafted by the Hornets, and then Taco's gonna fall to them. So I believe that one of those two teams is gonna get one of these two centers. I mean, Bol Bol does everything. I mean, is there anything that Bol Bol can't do? I mean, he can shoot threes. He can play some damn D. And what they'll do is they'll sit Thaddeus Young on the bench, hopefully, put Miles Turner at power forward, then put Bol Bol at center, which raises the height of their team freaking scarily. Yeah, no. But Bol Bol, of course, being 7'3", or 7'2", 7'3", he can play some defense. He can catch lobs. He can get boards. He can do whatever you want. And having a player like that on Victor Oladipo's team is going to be very, very, very scary. And the Pacers are going to come back and be a monster next year. Watch. I promise you. They're going to come back and be a monster. They're going to be a threat. Now, the Spurs, I expect them to do better. Not going to lie to you. I can't say any more than that. I expect them to do better. But honestly, I'm going to be 100 with you. I see them taking Charles Bassey out of Western Kentucky. Pop over there, they have some kind of way of making big man turn out wonderfully. They always find a way to make big man turn out beautifully. And it doesn't make any sense, because they'll draft the weirdest names, and they'll turn out to be great. Now, Charles basically is a 6'11", power forward center, whatever you want to call him. Just him being there is going to help their team out a lot. And he's great in the post, so he can take some heat off of, DeMar DeRozan. And he is well needed for that team, because I don't even think they're sent. No, actually, LaMarcus Aldridge plays center for them. That's right, LaMarcus Aldridge does play center for them. With that being said, LaMarcus Aldridge is not no damn center. He is a power forward. So hopefully they'll draft a center and move LaMarcus Aldridge back up to power forward. If Bol Bol drops this low, they'll probably take Bol Bol. But I don't think he'll drop this low. And another good asset about Charles, this is a good pick and roll man, so he could go to the Suns as well. Suns have so many options, man. They could get so many great pick and roll players. Now Boston. Here's where they'll draft a center. And I don't know if they're gonna draft a center or a power forward. Hold on. Let me look up who their power forward is. So I know their center is Al Horford. I don't know who their power forward is. I don't even think they actually have like a... Oh no, Al Horford's their power forward? Aaron Baines is their center. Yeah, no, they're gonna draft a center. Actually, I feel like they're gonna take either Bruno. Wait, didn't mean to do that. Either Bruno or Nasserian. But in my opinion, they're gonna take Nasserian because, you know, Nasserian, he's a baller. He just seems to fit into that little scheme I like to call Brad Stevens mindset. He's a smaller center, which is what Brad Stevens for some reason really likes. He likes running small ball. And even though he's on the smaller size, he can run transition, which is what they love to do. He's got a great post game, can play some D. I guess that's just because he was playing in college. I'm not sure, but he seems to be a good coachable guy, and he'll fit Brad Stevens well. I mean, he plays pretty much like Al Horford, which Al Horford plus the non-flinching of rebounds and actual transition games. And most NBA teams like to run a switch, like where if a guy gets screened, they'll switch off and switch to another guy guarding him. If they do that, he will dominate. Nas will dominate because he does that all the time. Every time the opponents switch on him, he gets a free buck. It's free buckets. You cannot put a smaller defender on him. But with that being said, we're on to the Thunder, who kind of disappointed me. Not even gonna lie. They disappointed me. I really wanted them to... Or not the Thunder. Yeah, the Thunder. Oh, wait. I think I messed this one up. Yeah, nah, it's the Thunder. Okay, nah, hold on. I had to check. Now, the Thunder, if they don't draft a shooting guard, they're so dumb because they never had a shooting... Ever since they lost, James Harden, they haven't had a small shooting guard. Could see them taking KP Jr., which I thought KP Jr. was already drafted. Not even gonna lie to you. We're gonna act like I didn't say that. Nah, Kevin Porter, that was my guy. But I'm gonna say they're gonna take Tyler, cause you know them and white shooting guards. You know they love them white shooting guards. No offense. It's a joke. Good old joke. The man out of Kentucky. Boy can shoot a little bit. I mean, that's what they need. They need a third weapon. It's exactly what they need. If they have any hope in hell at beating the Warriors, they need a third weapon. They're not going to be able to win without a third weapon. And with that being said, he can shoot. And he's got a stroke. It's going to be scary if they actually draft a good shooting guard. Which they also, like I said, they also have a way of making shooting guards really talented. Because James Harden left their team and bam, he was instant GOAT. But if they can keep him here, it's going to be hoop season for them. They're going to come back stronger than ever. Now, with that being said, because of the fact that I forgot they had so many picks, it didn't matter who I drafted there. Now, they're going to take Daniel Gafford, 6'11" power forward. I think he's taller than the center I drafted. I don't even remember. I don't think so, actually. No, he's not. He's not. I think they're the same height. Now, this guy, He could easily go higher in the draft. I'm not gonna lie to you. He could go higher in the draft just because of the fact of his size. And pretty much every team needs a good power forward center. I mean, no offense to most of these teams out here, but y'all kind of lacking. But his strengths, which is the only thing I'm listing in this video, because I'm not doing weaknesses. He can finish at the rim. He's got a nice post game, cause you know, well, you know, he played for shit. What was the team? Shit, I already forgot. Arkansas, and that's basically their entire set was to give him the ball and let him go to work in the post. If he wasn't scoring, their whole team wasn't scoring. Pretty much. He's uber athletic, can play defense, and his size is just, oh my god, dude. His size, bro. He's 230, bruh. What are these little boys gonna do with that? No offense to Pascal Siakam, who's like, what, 180? Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Hold on. Oh, he's 220. Wow, damn. Looks like a damn string bean. Never mind then. He'll fit in well. Low key, I low key thought he was pretty damn heavy. That tells you how much a dude looks up another dude's weight. Yeah, nah, we don't do that. That's something we don't do. Now the Jazz. I mean, could easily take Jalen, but fuck, man. You're starting to get to that part of the draft like it was in the Madden one, where it's like shit. It's like shit. Who the fuck are they supposed to draft? That's basically it. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not doing a first round. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm definitely only doing a first round. I'm not doing any more than that. Now, I don't see them taking a center because Rudy Gobert is still Rudy Gobert. They could. Ooh, I forgot about Derek Favors. Joe Ingles. They don't need a shooting guard. Be honest with you. They don't need a shooting guard. They or they don't need a point guard or a shooting guard, because I think they run Don at 1 and then Kyle at 2. Now, I would feel sorry if I drafted them if they drafted a small forward and Joe Ingles set the bench. But let's be honest here. I think they're going to take KP, even though he's a shooting guard. I'm almost certain. I don't know. I'm not going to say almost certain. Hold on, I take that back. They're not going to draft KP. KP's kind of short. Let's see. Shit. Bro. Fuck. Alright. Alright, damn it. See, I know a lot more of these teams are gonna take risks and draft like non-American people, but I don't trust them. Not as much as everyone else does. I don't trust them. I really don't. Sorry about the wait. I'm just trying not to mess this up, because my notes don't even go this far. We're gonna give him Louis King. 6'8". out of Oregon. He played with Bol Bol. So, you know. Alright. Now, with that being said, he can shoot? Yeah, no, he can shoot. He can definitely shoot. And he can finish inside. So he's just a versatile offensive player. Which this late in the draft, this late in the first round, that's all you're really looking for. Someone who can at least hoop a little bit. He ain't got to be a freaking Zion Williamson or a Kobe White. He just got to be a hooper. And I feel as though with the simple fact that Joe Ingles, which I didn't know was this old, he's getting old. And Kyle is really fucking old. So that KP thing that I said earlier might happen just because of the fact of how old Kyle is. Now both KP and Lewis are lights out shooters. So I mean, it doesn't make a difference who they draft. They're basically getting what they're losing. Now we're on the 76ers. 76ers, man. Man, oh man. They don't need a small... Wait, they don't need a... Wait. Pause. Hold on. They definitely don't need a center. They got Joel and... Boban. Damn. All they need is depth. I just thought about that, because they got two old guys. They got Tobias Harris. They got, yeah, damn. Their team grew quickly. They got Ben Simmons running point, of course. JJ at 2. Jimmy at 2. I mean, Jimmy at 2. Tobias at 3. Joel at 4. They also got Greg Monroe at center. Yeah, they don't need a center. They could take a power forward. In my opinion, I could see them taking a power forward. But let's be honest here. They're gonna take a shooting guard. Reason A. Jimmy might leave. Option B. Or not option B. Choice B. Or option B, yes. Their backup shooting guard is like 34. He's old as hell. And JJ Redick. And then C, they could also start KP and move Jimmy Butler down to the 3 position, because no matter what they do, honestly, no matter what they do, I don't see any wrong in it. They could take a power forward. I'm kind of weak on big man knowledge, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really like big men because I play guard. So I know more about guards than I do big men. But I know KP is on the bigger side. He's on the more buff side, so they could run him at 3, which is what the University of Southern California did. They ran him at 3 sometimes. He could easily be run at 3. He could easily be running 3. So they could either run him or Jimmy at 3, which neither one of those would be bad because Jimmy has lockdown defense and KP has lockdown defense. But KP is great at driving, has a nice jumper. I don't see anything wrong with drafting KP here. There's nothing wrong with drafting KP there. It's actually a beautiful pick in my opinion. Now, the Trailblazers, I have them taking Mfiondu Kabengele. What the fuck is his name? name? What the hell is this dude's name? What the fuck? Out of Florida State. We're gonna say the power forward slash center from Florida State. What the hell is that name? No offense to Mfondu, but like, what? Now, my reasoning behind this is because they don't need a point guard. They got Damian Lillard. And they got Seth Curry coming off the bench, right? They don't need a shooting guard. They got CJ. And they don't need anybody else. Small forward is a weak position for them. They could take a small forward. Power forward is also a weak position for them. But what they really, really need is defense. And Mfondu can play himself a lot of defense. That's really what he's known for, is defense. Now, but like I was saying, small forward is another position that they're hurt in. I mean, one of their best power forwards is Zach Collins, so they could easily take a power forward. No offense. But shooting guard is pretty stacked because you got CJ McCollum, and then you got Anfernee Simons, who he's a great guy. He's a great player. He's a great player. He came out of freaking nowhere though. And then you got Evan Turner, who actually plays the 3. Now Myers Leonard plays center, even though they have him listed as power forward, and he usually plays center. And Zach Collins also plays power forward. Well, he plays power forward. He's 7 foot. But with that being said, they could easily take a power forward here that plays defense, because they do need some defense. As you can see, in the current series they're in, they were up by like 15-18, and the Warriors came back and beat them by 3. Because they just don't. I don't see the defense on their team. Like, Al-Farouq Aminu is probably their best defender, and that's not saying very good. And also, I'm looking at this roster, and it's scary how young these guys are. Yo, their oldest player is 30, and that's Evan Turner. He's really not even their best player. Whoa, that's kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie to you. Now we're back at Cleveland. We had them draft a... Oh shit, who did we have them draft? Oh shit, hold on. We had them draft a guard first time. Now we're gonna give... shit, I don't want to do that, because Tristan and... shit, they're gonna draft a center. I don't care about Tristan. Or, Tristan or freaking Kevin Love. They're drafting a center. Wow, Kevin Love might be taller than him. 6'10", plays from Maryland. He's from Maryland, and I gotta look at some highlights. Now from what I have seen, is I don't know what center they're gonna draft, but they should definitely draft him. If they're gonna draft, they're definitely drafting a guard. They could draft a guard here. I just don't know what guard, because there's not gonna be too many good guards down here. But I see them drafting DeAndre Hunter easily. Could draft a small forward. That could be another one. Colin Sexton is not a bad player. I thought he was gonna be, but it seems like this guy is another Tristan Thompson like hybrid, where you can play some defense, get boards, catch lobs, all this. I feel like they could use that as well. So this could be a very viable pick, because Tristan Thompson is a very wishy-washy type dude. He could end up screwing himself over with the Kardashian curse, and you don't want to take that risk. In my opinion, you don't want to take that risk. Now, we're at Brooklyn. Now, Brooklyn. You were a great team until the playoffs started. With that being said, this roster is... I don't know if it's even playoff worthy, but they found a way to do it. Now, I could see Porter falling all the way down to them, and they take Porter. but I can see them taking Matisse Thybulle, and I don't think he's gonna start. I think he's gonna play under Allen Crabbe. But in my opinion, he will be great. He will be a great pick for them. Because simple fact of his defense. What hurt them going up against the 76ers? Their defense. Nobody was locking down. You could lock down like 2 of them. You could lock down Ben Simmons and then Joel Embiid. Wow. Accidentally unplugged my mic. But then you still got Jimmy Butler dropping like 40 bombs on you and you can't do nothing. Yeah, nah. You need a defender. And this man can play some defense. He's a strokey shooter too. Good off pass and catch. He's good at catch and shoot. God damn it. English. He's a good catch and shoot shooter. He'd be a great dime action piece for D'Angelo, and he'll help get some pressure off of D'Angelo as well. And he can attack the hoop with ferocity. I hope I said that word right. But with that being said, I could also see him being drafted by the Cavs. Last pick, a pick ago. I can see that happening as well. But with that being said, we're on to the Warriors. Warriors don't need nobody. To be honest with you, the Warriors don't need no fucking body. I'm sick of the Warriors getting everybody. I'm a damn Warriors fan too, and I'm sick of that shit. Now, what I think they'll do is in the second round, which this will be my only second round pick. Second round, they're gonna draft Jalen Hands. If they draft Jalen Hands, you'll see a damn Jalen Hands jersey on my damn body. I promise you. But they will fucking draft Jalen Hands in the second round because they want a backup point guard. Because they're going to draft a backup shooting guard here. I mean, not shooting guard. Whoa, I called him a shooting guard. Well, shooting small forward. One of the two. With that being said, he is a small forward out of Louisville. Which sounds weird. You should call it Louisville, but it's Louisville. If everyone calls it Louisville, I might slap the shit out of them. Now, with that being said, the man, he needs to find a niche. I feel like he's gonna get drafted off of potential. I mean, he's a great defender, which is actually what the Warriors do need is a defender, someone off the bench that's like Draymond Green. But he needs to find a good niche on offense. He seems like a more transition player, like he'll get his points in transition, pretty much like Draymond Green. If he can develop a consistent shot, he might be a threat. Like, if he can get a consistent shot, or a shot at all, really, he'll be a threat. But he's a good transition player. Like, he can find a way to get to the rack every time in transition. Like, he can get to the rack, pretty much like Draymond should be doing instead of shooting threes. Sorry, guys. With that being said, I do want to say that I feel as though if he can keep it up being the player that he is, the Warriors are going to be even scarier once, you know, he can get his potential, like max out his potential. Now, San Antonio, I have them drafting a small forward. But the small forward that I had them drafting is, I cannot find him. Wait, oh, that's probably because I'm at shooting guards. There it is. Have them drafting Cameron Johnson, 6'8" from North Carolina. I mean, he's just a shooter, man. Once again, you got to think DeMar DeRozan has not too much of a jump shot. So, with that being said, you kind of got to bounce a good shooter on top of him. Because if you don't have a good shooter on top of a non-good shooter, they're just gonna know that the team really can't shoot, and this will balance it out, because if they can draft a good small forward, it'll take a lot of pressure off of DeMar DeRozan, because DeMar DeRozan's out here getting like triple teamed when LaMarcus Aldridge inevitably gets hurt, because he gets hurt pretty much every year. But with a great shooter on his team, he'll have a nice kick-out pass when he's starting to get tripled, because that's what's going to end up happening. He's going to end up getting tripled. But with that being said, we're on to Milwaukee. And I swear to you, the only position that Milwaukee needs is a damn point guard. Could see them taking Jalen here. I'm not going to lie. But I feel as though they're going to take the best point guard that's left, whoever it is. Like, if my draft doesn't come out right, and like, you know what I'm saying, if my draft doesn't come out right and a better point guard drops this low, they are going to take the best point guard on the board, which in 2K standards is Kerwin Roach, which I could also agree, because the man, he can play some damn defense. He's a nice lockdown, which honestly, in my opinion, they kind of do need that. They do really, I mean, not really. They got Giannis, but if they added more defensive pressure to that team, I would be scared for the Western Conference. And with that being said, I want to give a few not honorable mentions, but a few mentions in the second round like I already did. The Warriors with a really late 58th pick. I see them taking Jalen Hands. If he falls that low, they should, for a backup. PG, because, you know, Sean Livingston is old as dirt. Now, Jalen LeCrue, I see him going to the Pelicans with their 57th. I'll give you a couple more. Jalen McDaniels, the power forward. I see Philadelphia picking him for the power forward spot. They could also draft him in the first round. I could see that as well. And then Isaiah Roby, see him going to Atlanta. And then that Lucas Samanic, I also see him going to the 76ers. Could also go earlier in the second round. I don't see him going in the first round though. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. And I'm very proud of y'all for getting 132 views on the MK11 video. Shout out to y'all. And it's your boy SMTD Drizzy here signing out. Peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.